Alright, so, got another comic review for you guys, and this is another book sent to me by my friend Chris. Chris, thank you once again. Today we're going to be talking about Dead by Daylight, The Legion. This is the origin story from Titan Books about one of the original killers from Dead by Daylight, the Stranger. The Legion. They basically are the Strangers. Let's be real. That's what they're based on. I think it's been pretty obvious. But yeah. So I really enjoyed Dead by Daylight, and I was really interested to read this comic. And I did tell because I didn't know this was actually coming out. I knew that Titan Books were doing Dead by Daylight books, but I didn't know they were going to start with the Legion. This comic's written by Nadia Shamas. Nadia, I hope I'm saying that name right. Dylan Snook and Emilio Lisi. Hope I'm saying those names right. I apologize. Yeah. Like I said, I didn't know. I knew they were doing Dead by Daylight books, but I didn't know they were going to start with the Legion. That made me go, because the Legion's not one of my favorite original killers. I was kind of hoping for like Hillbilly or the Witch Doctor or the Huntress. I would love a Huntress comic, like the one set on the. I would even love to see like the Blight get a comic. I hope we get one on him. The Clown. All of the, like, there are so many other killers that are way more interesting than these schmucks. And I'll tell you one thing, don't buy this. If you're a Dead by Daylight fan, skip it. Hardcore skip. This comic was a slog to get through. This comic was and I always talk about this, is that Chris always tells me to be honest with these reviews. Because I think I did try once, and I think I've told him this story, is that, hey, I kind of stretched the truth. I really didn't like this book, but I felt bad saying it. And then he told me, don't you ever do that again. Always be honest when I send you these books. So, yeah. So I'm going to be honest. Fuck this book. Anyway, yeah. So, the Legion. And it's not because of bias. I know what someone's going to say in the comments is like, oh, you just don't like the Legion, that's why it... No, I was keeping an open mind. I was like, alright, let's see what the Legion origin is. It's about 4 teens who couldn't stop listening to My Chemical Romance for 5 fucking minutes and decide to be awful people. I mean, they do have pretty awful, like, lives to begin with, but on a whole, these characters don't really have other, interest or like anything. They just decide we're just gonna be awful people because the world is awful. They literally choose we live in a society option. That's it. There is nothing else. They just chose to go look at all the Sigma male memes with Joker and that character from Peaky Blinders that Cillian Murphy plays and any Tom Hardy character. They choose that option. Like, they looked at one too many memes of, like, I'm loyal but dangerous memes, and went, we can do that, and then they started blaring my Bullet for My Valentine and My Chemical Romance, and went on a fucking killing spree. Hoop-de-damn-do! Also, the artwork is just ass. I'm sorry. The artwork is just... Everyone's facial expressions changes. Like, no one has a proper face. It's like everyone was made of clay, and not like Clayface, but like a bad, like, it was like molding. Like, if you ever seen that episode of The Simpsons where Homer like takes those chili peppers and like eats one, and it like fucks with his brain, it's like moving his face every so often. It's like that. It feels like that. The kills aren't interesting. The characters themselves just feel really one-dimensional. There's really nothing here that screams, oh, I see why you became a killer. It was literally like, yeah, that was it. They and then the entity takes them to the world of Dead by Daylight, and that's it. And I know what you're gonna say, but all the other killers in Dead by Daylight probably don't have a great origin. Yeah, but they probably have a better, like, kill count, as well as, like, maybe get some more about why they are. The Huntress is the one I'm really gunning for. I'd love to see her get a comic, because she's more like just her going Predator on some, like, what was it? What was her origin? It was like she was a World War I, she was a survivor of World War I, and her daughter was killed, so she went full nuts and started killing people like a goddamn hunter in a bunny mask. Cool. Go with that. Who asked for the Legion to be the first one? Like, no, really, who asked for Legion? Because I don't know anyone when playing Dead by Daylight, it's like, oh yeah, Legion. Unless you are a fucking, unless you want to fucking piss people off, you play Legion. As far as every time I play, it's so cheap to play Legion. I'm just airing grievances right now. But yeah, this comic really doesn't give anything to them. There is no character arc. There is no reason, like deep cutting reason for them to be killers. There's really nothing. There is nothing here. The art's not great. The story is just bad. I hate this book. I really do. Like, I really love Dead by Daylight. And I really, and having said that, I really hope, honestly, I would love to read more from Nadia Schammers. I would like to read more of her work. I've seen other things from her that I actually like. Oh, cool! I would love to read that from her. I've looked at her like little bio, and I was like, oh, cool! I'd love to read that. I think it's just, because sometimes, and I don't give writers, when it comes to an IP book, sometimes you have to write them in a certain way and only can do so much, especially when you're doing a video game tie-in game, because the video game owners kind of watch you like a hawk with a bullwhip in its talons when it comes down to write these characters. So maybe it was just writing constraints or something, but still, this is a very skippable book. I am not gonna lie. Like, when I was reading the first issue in this trade, I was like, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be like eating a cactus. And that cactus did not pass well through my bowels, I will tell you one thing. Anyway, so hopefully they get when they do, because I know they'll probably do more hopefully they'll do more Dead by Daylight books. And I really like, I know Titan Books has good video game based comics, because I've heard nothing but really good things about the Bloodborne comics. I've heard nothing but great things, and I haven't even played Bloodborne, but I really want to read the Bloodborne comics because I've heard nothing but like really awesome things about that series. So I would love to read those. And hopefully they get I would love to see a different writer take over these characters, but yeah, this is not the best start. So there you go, guys. That is my review for Dead by Daylight: The Legion. If you've read the comic, let me know in the comments below. Chris, thank you once again for the comic. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.